Is the loudest noise in hockey the sound of slapshot, the roar of the crowd, or the deafening silence of front office waiting to make its move? Welcome back to the channel, Pens fans. The 2025 season is just getting underway. The ice is still fresh, and the lines are still finding their chemistry. But away from the rink, in the quiet offices where championships are built, a different game is being played. It's a game of whispers, of strategic leaks, and of calculated patience. And right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins are reportedly staring at the board, identifying their target, and waiting for the perfect moment to say, checkmate. While the trade market seems dormant on the surface, sources close to the league suggest Kyle Dubas and his team have a very specific name circled on their wish list, a veteran forward whose arrival could fundamentally alter the trajectory of our season. That name? Jonathan Marchessault. Let's break down exactly who we're talking about, because Marchessault isn't just another veteran forward. He's a proven winner, a consistent offensive engine, and a player who thrives when the pressure is at its absolute peak. Currently with the Nashville Predators, he represents a fascinating combination of skill and stability. We're talking about a winger who brings a potent mix of high-end speed, elite hockey intelligence, and a goal scorer's touch that seems to materialize out of nowhere. This is the kind of player who doesn't just contribute to a line, he elevates it. Imagine his relentless energy and finishing ability on a line with one of our established superstars. It's an immediate surgical upgrade to the top six. Furthermore, his contract situation is a major piece of this puzzle. Marchessault has 4 years remaining on his deal at a cap hit of $5.5 million per season. In today's NHL, where cap space is king, that's a very reasonable number for a player of his caliber. It's not a one-year rental. It's a multi-year commitment to winning, a sign that the front office isn't just thinking about this season's playoffs, but about keeping the championship window propped open for foreseeable future. He's the type of player who can answer the call in a mid-November game against a division rival, and more importantly, in double overtime of a Game 7. That blend of talent, experience, and contractual control makes him an almost perfect target for a Penguins team that is clearly in win-now mode. Of course, acquiring a player of this caliber is never simple. If it were easy, it would have been done already. The reality of the current trade market is that it's a seller's paradise. There are very few high-impact players being actively shopped, which means the price for someone like Marchessault is going to be astronomical. This brings us to the public posturing from the Nashville Predators. Their general manager, Barry Trotz, has already gone on record to dismiss any rumors, stating that no trade is imminent. But any seasoned hockey fan knows this is standard procedure. It's GM Speak 101. No general manager in their right mind would announce to the league that they're shopping a star player. That would instantly diminish their leverage. Trotz's denial is less a roadblock and more of a comeback with serious offer sign. He's protecting his asset, managing his locker room, and daring the rest of the league, including Pittsburgh, to make him an offer he can't refuse. This is where the cost of ambition comes into sharp focus. A trade for Jonathan Marchessault won't be cheap. It's going to hurt. We aren't talking about a mid-round pick and a B-level prospect. The conversation likely starts with a first-round draft pick. From there, you're adding at least one of the organization's top prospects. Nashville will want young, controllable assets to replenish their system. For the Penguins, this means facing a difficult question. How much of the future are you willing to sacrifice for a better chance to win today? It's the ultimate hockey paradox. You build through the draft, you develop your prospects, and then you often have to trade them away to acquire the final pieces of a championship puzzle. This is exactly the kind of bold, calculated risk that has defined Kyle Dubas' career. He isn't afraid to go all in when he believes the prize is worth the price. This leads us to the Penguins' current strategy, which appears to be a masterclass in patience. Instead of rushing into a deal and potentially overpaying, they are monitoring the situation closely. They're watching the Predators. Are they winning? Are they losing? Does a losing streak in a few weeks make Nashville more desperate to shake things up? They're also watching the rest of the league. Is another team about to enter the bidding war, driving up the price? Or will other teams' needs become so great that they pivot to different, lesser targets, leaving the path to Marchessault clearer for Pittsburgh? This isn't an action. It's intelligence gathering. The front office knows that the best deal isn't always the first one offered. Sometimes the market needs to evolve. The price on a player in October can be drastically different from the price for that same player in December or January. The Penguins are playing the long game, holding their cards close to their chest and waiting for the absolute perfect moment to strike. They're leveraging their own patience as a weapon in a very impatient league. So here we are, a tantalizing target in Jonathan Marchessault, a seemingly reluctant seller in the Nashville Predators, and a patient, calculating buyer in the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is more than just a trade rumor. It's a high-stakes game of strategic chess being played at the highest level of the sport. While we watch the games on the ice, this parallel game is unfolding behind the scenes, and its outcome could very well define our entire season. For now, we wait and watch, knowing that the silence from the Penguins front office might just be the quiet prelude to a league-shaking move. But that's just my take on this fascinating situation. What do you think? Is Jonathan Marchessault the missing piece for a deep playoff run? And more importantly, what would you be willing to pay to bring him to Pittsburgh? Drop your ideal trade packages and your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what the fan base is thinking. And if you appreciate this kind of deep dive analysis into Penguin strategy, do me a favor and hit that like button to let me know. Thanks for watching.